curse. You know what I'm saying? We didn't do that shit. But them damn devils, they broke every law. They sodomized the men. Nowhere in hell did we take slaves and we sodomized the men. That's wicked. We took the women that's spoiled.
We didn't sodomize the women.
Yeah, exactly.
Chop the rods off and all that.
Esau take our women as slaves, have sex, and birth, and then they'll look at that child as a nigga and put his own seed as slavery. You know?
Just
Raping kids too, bro.
Yeah. Just like in that movie, Nat Turner. When the whole rebellion happened, I think the kid that snitched on him, he was in the bed. No, that wasn't him. I think it was somebody else. But when the Edomite woke up because he heard noise, when he moved the cover, it was a little boy right there. It was a boy.
Oh, damn.
I was like, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So Esau a freak.
Look how they treat dogs and shit.
Yeah.
You better not move a dog with your foot. Oh, that's inhumane. That's
Call them people.
Right. I think it's a scripture in Job where it talks about something about dogs. You know, Esau, he like to sleep with dogs. Sick ass.
1 in 30.
And they suck dogs on us. You know? They put dogs on
30
us.
and
I
1.
just been saying something. They sucks, dog.
I try to,
Hey,
you know how they, you know,
They really do suck dog.
I be trying to,
16, man.
I think, you know how like, you sick a dog on somebody, right? And I try to think of a past tense word of sick, but there is no sick. Sick is past tense. They're like, you like sick, you know, get them. You know? They put dogs on us. You know what I'm saying? They beat it. So we're gonna put lions and wolves and snap turtles. Yeah, that shit gonna hurt.
Yeah.
They gonna be moving slow. Slow. They gonna be moving slow, but they gonna get your ass.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a snapper turtle that can actually move too.
Yeah. I seen snap turtles with broke phones, broke crackers phone. You know, they get you. Alligator.
Videos to show how fast they can actually move.
Biting shovels, bending them.
We gonna use
Alligators that move fast as fuck.
When they run,
get that water.
they see some lions coming, they be up.
Yeah.
Them hey, we gonna sit crocodiles on you.
Oh,
Crocodiles.
Yeah. It's only mandatory.
I don't even really like crocodiles because they some sneaky motherfuckers. But how do they get their food? They literally sit in the swamp. And when the animals come for water, they gotta come for water. They grab their ass.
Yeah.
So we gonna be like, Esau, go get some damn water. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna be scared because at any time a crocodile come get their ass. Yeah, it's gonna be terrifying for you. And it's gonna be justified because all the shit you did to us.
Yep. That's right. 19.
Yeah, jump to 19.
Jumping over to verse 19 in Isaiah chapter 9.
The point I'm trying to prove is that these devils, all these nations, they always had it in their spirit to come against us. It wasn't just like, oh, let's just go get them. They always had it. They just needed the opportunity. That's it. It's like your greatest enemy just waiting for the opportunity for you to fall. You know what I'm saying? Just waiting. Like, finally, I got something against these guys. When the Lord pretty much took their hedge from us, they did what they do naturally. Go oppress them damn Israelites. Go get their heads. They tried to come at us while the Most High was dealing with us. When we came out of Egypt, Amalek tried to come at us. Moab tried to come at us. So even when the Most High was dealing with us, they still did it by nature. You understand? So they got to get paid. They got to get judged. What's that?
And I was gonna say something. So yeah, and Esau, when he popped out women in slavery, he gave back to us. You know?
Yeah,
and that's adultery. You know?
And we didn't do that.
Right.
Even Moses told them, he said, y'all gonna take the Midianites? You know? Because he was kind of like, y'all want these women? Well, look, if you want these women, make sure ain't none of them been touched. And if they got husbands, get rid of the husbands. You know what I'm saying? We ain't do that adultery shit. We kept the law.
Right.
Yeah, what was that scripture where basically when they was stealing the Ark of the Covenant or something like that, and the Most High like plagued them with hemorrhoids.
That's fucked up.
Hey, that one right there was funny, man.
Yeah.
That's fucked, man. That's messed up. They was like, hey, get this the hell away from me.
Yeah. See? But see, they knew back then, man. Like, they knew, man. If these people is you found no sin in their congregation in the house of Israel, then you can't fuck with them. But if it be sin, you know, you could take them down. They knew that. 19 real quick.
I just be switching them out with pockets.
Jumping over to 19 real quick. Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother, and he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm. Manasseh, Ephraim, and Ephraim, Manasseh, and they together shall be against Judah. For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still.
See, exactly. That's why it says in Lamentations, it is through the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed. Because if the Most High really wanted us consumed to be gone, we'd be gone. But his hand is still stretched out. Like hell, I can still get mad when Esau comes with these damn deceptions, lies and shit about the shots and shit.
Yeah.
I still get mad because I know what he's doing, and he's gonna have some success for the most part. You're gonna have a lot of Jakes drop dead. A lot of Jakes gonna be moaning and crying, and even though most of them deserve it, it's still Jakes. I still get a little mad because it's still my people, and I still hate the fact that these devils gonna do it. And I get mad that really the Most High let him do it, but I know that he gotta go through this shit. You know, but his hand is still stretched out because salvation is still coming to the elect. Because if there was no elect, we all be destroyed. That's in Isaiah 1. If it was not for the elect, we has been as Sodom and Gomorrah. We'd just be consumed. We'd be wiped away. But just like Sodom and Gomorrah, that one family made it out. It was Lot and his daughters. Okay, it was really Lot and his household. It was really. Okay. Let me ask you, how many was in Lot's household?
I don't know.
Well, who made it? Who made it out? Who made it out?
It was Lot himself, 2 daughters, plus his white wife killed.
Was that all that was in his house?
He had sons.
Well, he actually had sons-in-law. His daughters had husbands.
But they got killed.
They got killed because the scriptures tell you when Lot told them, he said they made light of it. Meaning they was like, oh, you bullshit. You know, I ain't joking. So they didn't make it. Yep. So it was really Lot, his 2 daughters, their husbands, and his wife. But when it came time to go, the only people that made it out was Lot and his daughters.
Yeah, they slept with his daughter slept with him.
Yeah.
Moab and them. So only half of them made it out.
It happened, man. They took the word as well as a joke.
That's spirit because a lot of people still do this to this day. They take it as a joke. You know, like, I want the grace. It ain't nothing. The next you know, chariot come out the sky, they want to repent. Nah, yeah.
People still think that it's the 144 number is too low. They think that he only coming back for 144 people, 44,000 people.
Hey,
I'll say that. That's about right. Look all through history, he always dealt with a small number.
Yeah. And it don't. Hey, man.
Army 300.
He literally, the Most High said, a grape of a cluster. One grape out of a cluster. And he said, let the multitude perish then. And keep my grape of a cluster. Grape. Understand? Grape of a cluster.
That's right.
See, but you people think the Most High is all about lots of numbers and abundance. No, man. He's dealing with a small number of people. That's just how he works. You know? That's the miracle. Just Elijah, man. He was by himself prophesying against like what? How many people was it? 350? Was it 350 false prophets or something like that? I believe it was 350. 350 or 400. Something like that.
Fire came down.
Yeah.
I think it was
300 or 350, something like that. One man laughing against all those prophets.
He was bugging up.
But they was looking like, well, it's 350 of us. It's only one of you. That's how the Most High operates.
Right.
Small numbers. Secret, you know.
Same with Noah's family. You know, his wife, his 3 sons.
And their wives.
Yeah, and wives. Just them.
450. Damn. 150. 100 more. 450. One man versus 150. And you would think, well, the Lord is dealing with the abundance. Not necessarily.
Nope.
The church is full of an innumerable amount of people. There's more people in the Christian church than it is in GMS. Okay?
Right.
in school.
Billions.
And that's why they get that idea that, oh, if a lot of people in the church is prosperous, and no, the scripture call them harlot houses, man. You turning our people out, man, with that shit.
Right, give me
The
the
Lord was dealing with Christianity. That means the elect to be sealed up by now. We've been gone.
Man,
I got billions and billions of people.
77.
Can I get this quick precept? I want to put it like a minute ago. This Psalms 137 and 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
And why is happy is he? Because he said what? As thou hast served us. So the same way you treated us, we're gonna treat y'all. Like you said, we're gonna be auctioning off y'all families to different brothers across. I'm gonna do it. Let me see my slaves, my Edomite slaves, be all happy with his children and stuff. I'm gonna say, you know what? I think it's time to break that up.
Yeah.
Let me call up, call up Isaiah. You need some work. You need some work. Isaiah was like, yeah, you know what? Send him to this planet. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they real far away. That's what they did to us. When they auctioned off our women and stuff, the women pleaded to be sold as a family. But if the slave owner said, I just need the son, I don't need the kids, the woman would be screaming, please take all of us, please. And it was like, shut up, nigga, separate each other, separate the family. That's in the scriptures. Yeah. Thy eyes shall long for thy children, but you shall not see them. You know, and no might shall be in thy hand. Because then you couldn't do that. You know, you were just a commodity. And this one practice that the fake Jews had was selling, you can say, defective slaves. You know what I'm saying? That's how they looked at you. They'll price you based on if you had all your teeth. You know, if you wasn't sick, stuff like that. They didn't look at you as individuals. You was just slaves to them. You were just something to plow the field with. And that's why, just like that woman, she broke it down. Because the guy was like, well, why do you think they want to make us as slaves? And she pretty much said, you can't beat slaves. Pretty much, you can't beat free labor. Because slavery was the most successful, you could say, to this country. Successful, you could say, enterprise that ever, because it's free labor. You can't beat free labor.
In the whole globe.
The whole globe. Just like one of them did a piece on Britain. A lot of people think there was no slavery in Britain, but come to find out, the slavery, pretty much, slaves built their whole banking system. And we don't own nothing over there. You can't beat free labor. You know, that's why Esau trying to bring back the slaves by way of digital means, though. Mm-hmm. Put you on he can threaten you any way he wants. You can't beat it. So he can get you to do whatever he wants. You understand? So we're going to reward you the same way you rewarded us. You use our children in Alligator Bay, which is inhumane, we're going to do the same thing for you. You know, so we're going to have better ideas. We're going to, happy shall we be to dash thy little ones against the stones. Happy shall we be. You know, that's why he said, remember Esau, when he tried to be racist. Remember, the Lord going to remember Esau on every damn thing. Okay? Because this devil don't stop.
Don't play her back. But ultimately, talking about, destroying America, but also Esau Edom going to be included in that, So basically, the Most High just gave Esau Edom a whole package, like, yo, you finna be destroyed for free, with y'all going down and falling into slavery at the same time, while we meditating terror on them in the kingdom.
And it's going to be the spirit of the Lord. That's going to be on us.
Right. You got to put that spirit on us.
The Lord, he is the king of terrors, so he can put in our spirit to be king, terrorizing them. We're going to be righteous terrorists.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people.
Right. You get me. That was going back dealing with the small numbers. Israel at the time, Most High didn't have to look at us. He could have just looked at us as slaves in Egypt. But he wanted us. He said, this is the people whom I'm going to put my name on. And he said, I will not give my glory to another. So no matter what you people do, you can't change the fact that the Lord's dealing with Israel. like just to quote it, it was not for except the Lord left us a remnant, we would be as Sodom, and we would be as Gomorrah. Heck, the scriptures tell you there were giants in those days, but they perished because of their foolishness. So just because they was big and mighty and strong, they was fools, so they perished. You know, Most High doesn't work how you think He would work. You know, you would think that because you're in the flesh, you're nothing wrong with that, but then you get woken up to how the Most High operates. You know, King David being chosen was one of them. When Samuel went to anoint King David, when he saw one of his older brothers, and his older brother you could tell looked like a straight warrior. And he was like, this is the guy. The Lord said, nope, I don't look on the outward, I look on the inward. Now, why would Samuel think that? Well, if you look before, who did he anoint? He anointed Saul. You know, and Saul literally had the image of a king. He had the physical image and the image of the king. He had the broad shoulders and everything.
Tight.
Showing you that some kings, they got the straight image of the king, but not all of them had the image of the king. Saul was one. He was broad, he was tall, you know, he had the broad shoulders, he was tallest amongst. He looked like that. You can tell that nigga's in charge. Not to say nigga, but you know, you like tell that's the guy that's in charge right there. You know, but when it came to King David, he didn't think so. He was a keeper of the sheep. But then he rose to be that king. Showing you how the Most High operates. You know, so hey, he also said, you know, the Lord Most High had made the man you never thought would be a king, he'd be a king. He rose him up from the ground.
Man, it was 17, not 15, it was 8-year-olds.
Yeah, that's the lowest age. An 8-year-old's a king. Believe it or not, they was just helping him. That's the lowest age.
What's it called? King John. King at a very young age. Like 8 months he ended up being king. 3 different land masses over there in Europe.
So you can't always go off outward appearance. Esau wishes